Please subscribe to our channel by pressing the subscribe button and the bell icon to receive updates on new videos.
So I am here today to tell you about what we are going to show you in each episode. What are the segments that we are going to discuss in each episode. Every episode we have designed in such a way that it's a combination of 5 or more than 5 segments. What are they? Of course, this same order may not be followed, but I would like to tell you the segments. There will be conversation, story narration, then you would also find an inspirational incident from great personality's life, or an anecdote, or a parable, grammar, and a quote for you to think over. Now I shall tell you individually about these segments. So first I had mentioned about conversation. So conversation is supposed to be between two people. They would come and discuss some issue before you. Then when they discuss, note down what are the points that they are discussing. You would have a story narration. A story would be narrated to you, and on the screen you find the scrolling coming up. Follow the scrolling and the narration. Try to learn the new vocabulary which is being used, the grammar, the structures, etc. Then another segment where either we would have inspirational incidents from great personalities' lives, or an anecdote or a parable which would be narrated to you. Once again the same point comes in. Observe the vocabulary that is being used, the structures, the grammar that is being used. And in another segment, we would directly discuss grammar for you, because grammar is the backbone of the language. So in the grammar, we would give the explanation for that topic. There will be some nice examples, the usage part, and also exercises which either would be in this episode or the next episode. Now sometimes these grammar issues also, they may not be completely discussed in one particular episode. Sometimes they may be carried over to the next episode and so on. And we would also show you one quote, one inspirational quotation. When that quote is shown, think about that quote, cogitate on it, try to understand and imbibe that idea and follow it in your life. So this is how we have made it a mixture of different things put together, and with the main aim, only one aim, that is learning of English. English is a language, and to learn the language you need to expose yourself to many things. So that's how we have designed these episodes, and I hope you will be able to learn the language quickly and easily. That's what each episode of our telecast would be giving you. Okay? So right away we shall get into the episode. Now we have some grammar for you.
Hello everybody, we bring you another episode from VIOL Ramakrishna Math. Here we have Mallikarjun and Mahesh with us. You have met them already. Now let's ask them what confusions they have in English, because they have been learning English here for some time. So what confusion they have and what doubts they have, so that I can help them clear those doubts. Yes. How long have you been learning English at Ramakrishna Math now?
The past 2 months, ma'am.
For the past 2 months. So Mahesh, now you're doing PhD. So now when you're doing PhD, why did you feel this need of learning English?
While in PhD, while writing the thesis, especially interacting with the seniors and with the professors,
Okay.
nowadays it is compulsory with learning English,
Yeah.
not only in my education,
Right.
but also in the normal surroundings.
Oh, that's true.
So here I am learning a lot English.
All
It
right.
is good for me.
So when you are in the class and when the teacher is teaching, what do you feel? You know all those things which are taught, or there is something new which you can learn?
Even though we know something, but it
Okay.
is better to learn perfectly. So
Okay.
that's why I joined in the VIOL. It
Okay.
is good. We are going on, going on.
Oh, that's very nice. All right, Mallikarjun, while you were speaking, you said, no, I improved. I improved. Why don't you say I have improved? Why do you want to say I improved? So I think a better expression is I have improved, better than I improved. So when you are speaking, so you can make use of I have improved, not I improved.
We have some confusions in learning tenses, ma'am.
Okay.
Even though they are telling perfectly, we are not
Hmm.
able to practice it in the normal life,
Yes.
especially the past perfect tense and past continuous tense.
Right. So now all these, what happens is the when we teach you in the class, after you have to, after that you have to practice in whatever way you can. As you said, no, for interaction you need it. So then you have to keep on interacting. So simple, and tenses are the basis. So if the tenses are right, most of the speaking and writing will be right. So you have to take a lot of care in tenses. Alright, okay, yes. Some tenses are very close, and then there may be some overlapping also, and that's why you may have some confusion. The what I told you, I improved and I have improved. Yeah. So right, as I was telling you, some tenses may overlap also, and one can be this simple past and the present perfect tense. They are very closely related. Okay, so briefly, let me give you some clarity on this present perfect tense. The basic concept about tense you must understand is all the tenses are based on the concept of time. In tenses, time plays a very important role. Alright, and then for this time we use a verb or a group of verbs. So then to suit a time, we have to use a verb or a group of verbs. So if this combination of verb and time is correct, then the tense is correct and then the sentence is also correct. So when I say verb, maybe any single verb, like he said, improved. When I say group of verbs, it may be more than one verb. For example, have improved, or maybe have been improving. So verbs can be single. Alright, my communication, my vocabulary is improving. Okay, so we can have one verb, we can have combination of two verbs, we can also have combination of three verbs. So all these verbs, how and where do you use them according to the time, that will make it a perfect tense. Okay. So now you are talking about the past and the present perfect tense, simple past and the present perfect tense. Now the name is present perfect. So present in the sense it is now. Present means now, and then perfect talks about the completion of an action. So then any action, alright, which has completed but has some connection with the present, we can enlist them under present perfect tense. Unlike the past tense, where this is our present time now and the whole thing is past. So, but then past tense, the actions finish somewhere in the past itself, they don't come up to now. So, completed action, when they have some connection with the present, we say present perfect. When completed action don't have any connection, relation, relevance in the present, then we say that it is past tense. So now let us analyze, Mallikarjun, your sentence. Okay. Now when you say I improved means now the improvement is over. Now the improvement is over. Now there is no further scope for improvement. But you said you have joined, you are learning. So then if you say I have improved, then when you say I have improved, it means this is the time you joined VIOL Ramakrishna Math. This is your time of joining. From this time of joining till now, what is the development? There is improvement. And is it the end of it? No, it has come up to now and you are in the junior level. Further, there is senior. Further, if you want, you can go to the diploma level also. So any action which happened here, from here it has some continuity, some relevance in the present. It may or may not happen in future, but then it will have some relevance. So I have improved. It means what? I have improved. So now slowly, somewhat I am able to speak confidently. So then this is the relevance in the present, because that is improvement, and now you are able to speak confidently and fluently, maybe without fear. So any kind of relevance in the present, then we talk about present perfect tense. When I am saying something, all right, and then suppose I see that you are not writing, I am teaching something and you are not writing, and then I will ask you, why are you not writing? Okay, so now why are you not writing? You may tell me, I have hurt my finger. Alright, I have hurt my finger. Now, when did this happen? It could have happened any time in the past. Alright, maybe while cutting vegetables, maybe while doing some work, the hammer, the spanner or the knife, and then you hurt your finger. Okay, it happened in the past, it completed, this is over. But then what is the connection with the present? What is the connection? Now you are not able to write. When I am dictating, because of that finger which you have hurt, you are not able to write. So because this has connection with the present, then we have to say, I have hurt my finger. Alright. Now for this, because of this injury, you don't attend the class for 2 days, you don't come. Alright. And then this is day 1, this is day 2. And if I ask you, why did you not come? Then you would say, I hurt my finger. When you say, I hurt my finger, where? Then you say, no, now it is alright. So now there is no bandage, no scar, no mark, it is perfectly alright. Now then there is no connection with the present. So then you hurt your finger, 2 days you bandaged it, now it became alright, the scar has gone, the pain has gone. Now normally when I am teaching, you are writing also. So then that is, I hurt my finger when it has no connection. But when it is still paining and you have a bandage now also, then you have to say, I have hurt my finger. So that is one basic difference between this present perfect and the simple past tense. The other thing is, I have hurt my finger 2 days ago. If you want to continue the sentence, I have hurt my finger 2 days ago. Now this would be incorrect. Okay. Now technically when you see, what is the name of the tense? It is present. What is this 2 days ago? Right. So this is a past time. Okay. But this is a present perfect tense. So as I told you in the beginning, tense is all about a time and the verb. So now for this past time, this present perfect verb doesn't match. Something is wrong. This is present, that is past. Now this combination has become wrong. So then this sentence becomes incorrect. So then the other thing you must remember is, with this kind of a structure, right, you should not use a past time. So, whether you want to say 2 days ago or yesterday or last week or last month, all these will be wrong because you are making use of this kind of a sentence. So, present perfect means you have to use have or has with a verb in the third form, which can have some relevance in the present. So, then these 2 days ago, all these kind of sentences words are wrong. You can make use of words like recently, just now, already, yet. Then you can also say so far, right, till now. Then 2 times, okay, 3 times, so anything. So, directly, instead of directly taking a past time, we can take care of or we can make use of type frame like this, which would not specify a past time. Okay. So, now with the help of this, and then again I, we, you, they. I, we, you, they is have, and right, same, he, she, it is has. So, now making use of this combination and these words, can you make some examples? I have completed my lunch just now. That's very nice. Yes.
She has read 30 pages so far.
Very nice. So, maybe she is reading a book or a novel, and so far she started reading in the past. What is the situation now? 30 pages are over. She still has some more pages to read. So, very nice. She has read 30 pages so far, right. She has completed the training, we can say. She has completed the training recently, yes. So, she started the training in the past, and when did the training complete? It has just completed recently, and now she will join the main branch, okay, yes, correct, that is also right.
I have not given the seminar yet.
Yes, very nice. So, then point to remember is, when you want to make use of yet, you must have a negative sentence, alright, or you can make use of question also. So, as he says, I haven't presented my seminar yet, and the positive is this one. So, Mallikarjun, if it is over, if your seminar is over, what would you say? Or I have already completed my seminar, alright. So, students started presenting the seminar, you have also done, some more students are yet to give, and time is also there. So, I have already completed my seminar, and he says I haven't completed my seminar yet, okay, very nice. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, can you make use of this? A movie you like very much, very nice. She has visited Birla Mandir 3 times, so means she likes it so very much that frequently she wants to go there, and she's right till now. So, till date she has already seen Birla Mandir 3 times. In future she may again go and visit Birla Mandir. Yes, that is right.
I have watched the Titanic movie 3 times.
Oh, very nice. I have watched the Titanic movie 3 times. He so much liked the movie. Anytime again it is on TV, he would definitely watch it again also. Alright. So, then this is this present perfect. Okay. Now, to make these sentences or the expressions short also, we can make use of this present perfect tense. For example, this is past, and I want to say I was a teacher in VIOL, but then I want to say now also, then I give you one more sentence. So, now also I am a teacher in VIOL. So, then one sentence I am making in past, and then to tell you that now also it is true, I am making one sentence in the present. So, when you want to have a combination of this past and present, which is still relevant, applicable now, we can make use of this present perfect. And then to talk about this combination of past and present, now I can say that I have been a teacher. I have been a teacher in VIOL. It means I started teaching sometime in the past. Now also I am a teacher here, and future also I may continue. Instead of making two sentences, we can make one sentence to give the indication that from the past till now I have been a teacher in VIOL. Okay. Now this is this month. So for example, you want to say 2 months ago we were students. We were students here. And then second sentence you will say now also we are students. Then instead of having two sentences like this, combine them, make them into one. So then these two together will give you one idea, and then you will say we have been students here. So means from the past till now, past also, now also, past also, now also. So then we make sentences like this. Alright, now if somebody asks you how long, okay, students, but for how long? Teacher, since when? So then this time is there, then with the help of for, or then with the help of since, we can give them exact time. Okay. Now 2 months ago, alright, and now, so then to complete the sentence further, you can say that
I have been,
alright, we have been
students for 2 months.
Right. So then not 2 months ago, then this not 2 months ago, then we will say for 2 months. Then we have been students here for 2 months. We joined 2 months ago, now also we are students, 2 months are over, we will be here for 1 more month, because it is for 3 month duration the course. So out of those 3 months, 2 months you have complete till now, 1 more month is left. So then for every past and present combination, we can make use of this have, has, been. Right. Can you give any other example? I was in Hyderabad, I am in Hyderabad.
I have been in Hyderabad since January.
Right. I have been in Hyderabad since January. Alright. Okay. Yes. So for example, you want to say that 1 week back I was, alright, you want to say that 10 o'clock I was in Ramakrishna Math, now 4 o'clock I am in Ramakrishna Math. So 10 o'clock I was at Ramakrishna Math, 4 o'clock I am at Ramakrishna Math. Then combination, so I have been in RK Math since 10 o'clock. So you came here at 10 and now also you are here.
I have been in Ramakrishna Math for 6 hours.
Right, I have been in Ramakrishna Math for 6 hours. Okay, so now I will give you some sentences and then you can find out some errors. Now based on this knowledge of have and has, right, now can you just fill up these blanks?
First one is I have been in this company for 5 years.
Correct. So you started 5 years ago, now also you are there, we combine them to say that I have been. I have been in this company for 5 years. Alright. So she has practiced since morning. Okay, so now she is ready to perform because she has practiced since morning and now she is ready for the performance. Okay, and this one?
They have started a new business recently.
Right, because this is recently, so then we can say that they have and started. And here because of this they, it is have, for she it is have, and again I also this is have. Now in these sentences, can you point out the errors? So whenever this is verb in the third form, without a have we cannot say she taken is wrong, and she has to take a has. She has taken my notes. Oh, we have done his work. So because he was not able to complete his work, so we have done his work also. So we will take a have. And then
They have spoken very well.
correct. So now again spoken, done and taken, all these are V3, and they, you have to say they have spoken very well. Okay. So then as I was just telling, past is past, completed and over, nothing to do with the present. But then present perfect, though completed, but some connection, some relation or some relevance in the present. So with the help of these, and then 2 days ago, last year, last month, you should not use with present perfect directly, you have to use simple past tense if this is your time frame. Alright. Hope you must have understood the concept and difference between present perfect and simple past tense. Hope to see you in another episodes. Thank you.
Now, listen to two friends discussing some important issue.
Varsha, why don't we talk about human relations?
Sure.
You know, I was thinking, we are not the only living creatures on this planet. There are so many other creatures like animals and birds, little insects who are living along with us. But as humans, what makes us special is that we have a mind, a heart, and a brain to think and feel emotions for one another.
Exactly.
That's why I think we should always do good to each other, because if we are good to each other, then we maintain and we form a healthy, good relation.
Exactly. According to me, I think a relation can be of two types. One can be a blood relation and the other can be a relation that we maintain with outsiders. A blood relation will be like a relation between a mother and a child, relation between parents and children, relation between siblings, siblings ante between brothers, between sisters, between brother and sister, and a relation between you and your cousins, your extended family, that will be your blood relation. Another relation will be that we maintain with outsiders. Simple words, friendship. What you and I have is friendship, and I think it is very valuable to us.
I agree. In fact, I think human relations is very important in a society, because we are not the only people living in a society. There are so many different kinds of humans around us, and each of them has their own thoughts, their own viewpoints. No two people are the same. So if you and I maintain good relations and you maintain good relation with somebody else, then each of us is helping to make our society happy and healthy.
True. Every relation is very beautiful and very important, but we need to make effort to maintain that relation. To maintain a good relation, what I think is, you must be caring, you must be kind, good-natured, humble, loyal and trustworthy. Most importantly, we must never misuse our relation, and also we must never hurt with anybody with whom we are maintaining good relations with. Yes?
I agree. But there is one more thing that is very important when we maintain a relation with somebody. It is that we should never be selfish.
True.
Because being selfless or selflessness is very important when we have to have a good relation with someone. And nowadays you see so many people being greedy and selfish, and by being like that they are destroying their relations with good, well-natured people, and that's sad to see.
Exactly. We all have our own little world of human relations. We have our world, as in our family, our friends. That's a little world. So, from a small world, let us make our human relations selfless, without any greed, and let us all live happily and lead a healthy society.
Let us listen to a story.
Only a man. Look at the exclamatory mark over there. Means it brings you some surprise. Let me start the story here. At first glance, she looked like any other old woman, plodding along in the snow, alone, neglected, and the head bowed. See, you can see an old woman here who's very weak and almost bent her shoulders and bowed her head. People walking on the busy city sidewalk averted their eyes from her, lest she should remind them of the pain and suffering that might stop them from celebrating Christmas. So people were very busy walking over there with all the gifts of Christmas in their hands, but none of them dared to look at this old woman, because the pain and suffering she's undergoing with may disturb their pleasant atmosphere of Christmas. A young couple, smiling, talking, laughing, arms loaded with Christmas presents, took no notice of the old woman. They also thought that if they look at this old woman, their joy may be spoilt. The mother with two small children on their way to grandmother's house hurried by, but they too took no notice of the old woman. A minister who walked by proudly, carrying his Bible in his right hand, like a well-armed Christian soldier, whose mind was on the heavenly things, took no notice of the old woman. Even a most religious person like a minister also took no notice of this woman. If these people had noticed, they would have seen that the old woman wore no shoes. She walked barefoot in the ice and snow. See how painful it is to walk. Even without snow also we don't feel like walking barefoot. So just imagine what kind of an agony is this old woman undergoing with. With both hands, the old woman gathered her worn out and buttonless overcoat at the collar to keep out the wind, though she is trying to pull out her overcoat, which doesn't have the buttons too. She stopped and stood bent and bowed at the bus stop, a red and blue scarf covering her head. She waited for the downtown bus. So she stood in the bus stop waiting for her downtown bus. Downtown is a place where poor and below poverty line people live in. A gentleman carrying an important looking briefcase waited near her, not too closely. After all, she could have something contagious. See how mean the people are. They don't even stand near this old lady. A teenage girl also waited for the bus. She glanced repeatedly at the old woman's feet but said nothing. So she's very curious to look at the bare foot of the woman, but she also didn't come forward for her help. The bus arrived and the old woman slowly and painfully boarded it. Just you can look at the pain and the words. Look at the words, how they describe the pain and agony of this old woman. She sat on the sideways seat just behind the driver. The gentleman and the teenage girl hurried to the rear. The man sharing the seat with the old woman shuffled uneasily and twirled his thumbs. Sinead, he thought. That means how old and weak she is. The bus driver saw her barefoot and thought, this neighborhood is sinking deeper and deeper into poverty. I hate to see it. I will be glad when they put me on the College Park route. So this bus driver also didn't like the look of this old woman, and he wanted like how nice it is if they put me on some college route bus so that I can see young and energetic people. A little boy pointed at the old woman. "Look, mother, that old lady is barefooted." The embarrassed mother slapped his hand down. "Don't point at people, Andrew. It's not polite to point." She looked out of the window. "She must be having grown-up children," a lady in a fur coat said. "Her children should be ashamed of themselves." She felt morally superior because she took good care of her mother. A teacher seated near the middle of the bus studied the bags of gifts on her lap. "Don't we pay enough taxes to handle situations like this?" she said to a friend seated beside her. "It's this tax cut crazy Republican administration," her friend replied. "They rob the poor and give to the rich." So he commented that, like all the other governments, that this government also is not paying more interest on poor people, but they just rob the people with the taxes and they want to make the rich richer and the poor poorer. "No, it's the Democrats," a gray-haired man behind them interrupted. "These Democrat welfare programs just make people lazy and keep them in poverty." So he also made comments against the government. "People have to learn to save their money," a well-dressed young college boy added. "If that old woman had saved when she was young, she wouldn't be suffering now. It's her own fault." A young boy who hardly knows about the responsibilities is also commenting against this old woman. And all these people beamed with satisfaction. But a kind businessman felt offended by this murmuring detachment of his fellow citizens. He reached into his wallet and took out a crisp $20 bill. He strode proudly down the aisle and pressed the bill into that old woman's unsteady, wrinkled hand. "Look at the hand of this old woman." These words will help you to just picturize the old woman's face and her hands, wrinkled hands. "Here, madam, get yourself some shoes." The old woman nodded her head in thanks. She showed her gratitude here. The businessman strode back to his seat, feeling pleased with himself. Look, everybody is thinking in their own manner, and they are trying to express their opinion. And many try to advocate their views on the government, but not about the poverty of this woman. A well-dressed Christian lady had noticed all this, and she began to pray silently. "Lord, I don't have money. There is no way I can help, but Lord, I can turn to you in every need. Lord, I know that you are a loving God. You make a way out of no way. Now, Lord, let your blessings shine on this old woman. Let shoes fall like manna from heaven, so that this old woman can have shoes for Christmas." And the Christian lady felt supremely spiritual. See, she also prayed to God, but she didn't make any attempt to go near the old woman and comfort her. At the next stop, a young man boarded the bus. He wore a heavy blue jacket, a maroon scarf around his neck, and a grey woolen cap pulled down over his ears. A wire running under the cap and into his ear was connected to a Walkman. The young man jiggled his body in time to music only he heard. That means he just put on his headphones and through which he is listening to some music and moving his body like jiggling. He paid his fare and plopped down on the sideways seat directly across from the old woman. As the young man's glance caught the old woman's bare feet, his jiggling stopped. So at least here is one person to pay attention in this old woman. He froze, his eyes went from his feet to his. He wore his expensive new sneakers. You know that, these are very stylish shoes which this young man is wearing. He wore his expensive new sneakers. For months he had saved from his minimum wage pay to buy these sneakers. Everybody in the gang would think he was so cool. Means very a cool-minded person, easygoing, doesn't pay much attention on anything. The young man bent down and began to untie his sneakers. Then he removed them. He knelt down before the old woman. "Mother," he said, "I see you have no shoes. Well, I have shoes." Carefully, gently, he lifted the old woman's crusty feet in his hands. He placed his socks and his fine sneakers on the old woman's feet. The old woman nodded in thanks. Look at this young man who looked careless and very easygoing and paid no attention on anything. But he alone responded to the misery of this old woman and went forward to stretch his helping hands to this woman. As Mother Teresa said, helping hands are better than praying lips. So such helping hand we can see in this young man. Just then the bus arrived at the next stop. The young man left the bus and walked away, barefoot in the snow, again with the same careless manner, as if he did nothing. The passengers crowded at the windows to watch him as he plodded barefoot through the snow. "Who is he?" one asked. You can find some curiosity here. "He must be a prophet," said another. "He must be a saint," someone suggested. "He must be an angel," said yet another. "Look, there is a halo around his head," somebody shouted, as if they are watching some kind of a bright light behind his head. "He must be the Son of God," said the Christian lady, who is very spiritual and who always believes in God. She could see God in him and she thought he must be the Son of God, like Jesus Christ. But the little boy who had pointed said, "No, mother, I saw him clearly. He was only a man." So look at the last line. We can find that there is a lot of information we can find here. That God is nowhere. God is only in the hearts of the people who are very kind to others. So if we think by stretching our helping hands, we can do miracles. We can bring God onto the earth. Just human beings are another incarnation of God. So a man can do anything. He can distract the nature. He can destroy the nature. He can destruct his life. But the same man, if there is a little kindness in his heart, he can help others and he can bring the heaven onto the earth. Thank you.
Now, listen to two friends discussing some important issue.
Rajesh, hello Rajesh.
Hi Sai.
Rajesh, I have a question.
What?
Apart from spending time with our members of family,
Okay.
with whom we spend lot of time.
Yeah, it's obviously with our friends.
Yes, obviously I agree with you.
Yes. So then, friends can play a very important role in our life.
Yes.
You see that so in everybody's life, first of all, we start our friendship from our school days.
Right.
And it continues till the end of our life.
Right.
So friendship is very important for every person.
Yes.
That's what I believe. I strongly believe in friendship. Okay. Would you like to just say anything about friendship?
Yes, Rajesh. The most important thing what I like is, which point I like most important is the mutual understanding.
Yes.
Equal understanding should be there between
Yes.
two friends. Then only the friendship can be
Can be continued.
can be successful and it can be
Yes.
continued
Yes.
at any point of time.
Yes.
So mutual understanding means you need to understand what trouble he has,
Yes.
and also you should also think from
Yes.
another side of the coin that what my friend has trouble.
Yes.
So in that way you need to have that equal understanding.
Yes.
So when you have that equal understanding, the friendship is successful.
Yes.
And also one more point which strikes to my mind is
What is that?
you should be helpful
To your
to each
friend.
other
Yes.
in the times of need.
The times of that's very
Right.
important.
And APJ Abdul Kalam says that a good friend is equal to a good library.
Oh, wow.
What is
That's
your,
great.
your
Like you
opinion
said.
on this?
Yes, I strongly believe that, because when you have good friends, you won't just make good future.
Yes.
If you have bad friends, your future also will be bad.
Bad.
So that's why I just strongly believe in good friends, not
Right.
in bad friends.
Right.
So then, and we always enjoy the company of our friends.
Good friends.
Yeah, company of good friends, of course. That.
Very good.
Only good friends that we are talking about.
Yes.
And the matters which we cannot share with our blood relations, like mother and father, like
Right.
we can share those matters with our friends.
So
That's a great, that's a great thing about friendship.
So here comes the role of a friend, Rajesh.
Yes.
What do you feel?
Yes.
Means friend plays a very vital role in our life. What do you feel about this?
Yes, yes.
And do you know when does the friendship start in our life?
Yeah, from school days.
Yes.
Yes.
Means school days are the days where
Yes.
we try to make friends.
Yes.
And also, Rajesh, what is most important in friendship?
Trust.
Trust. Yes.
Yes. This is very important.
Means
That is the that is the foundation of every friendship. Just we have to just trust our friend first of all.
Yes.
That's very important.
yes.
అది ఉండాలి ఖచ్చితంగా. ఫ్రెండ్షిప్ లో నమ్మకం అనేది లేకపోతే చాలా కష్టం.
Yes. And not only in friendship, in every relationship,
Yeah, every relationship.
trust is most important.
Yes, yes.
And I have one example, Rajesh, like
What?
the friendship between Krishna and Kuchela. Have you heard any time about Krishna and Kuchela?
No, sorry. Can you please tell
Like
me about that?
Kuchela is very from poor family background anmata.
Okay.
So one day Kuchela wanted to decide to go to Krishna's palace.
Okay.
So Kuchela's wife will give some flattened rice. Flattened rice అంటే అటుకులు అన్నమాట. అటుకులు ఒక ప్యాకెట్ లో అంటే కృష్ణుడికి చాలా అటుకులు అంటే చాలా ఇష్టం అన్నమాట. సో ఆ అటుకుల ప్యాకెట్ ని కృష్ణుడికి ఇచ్చేయమని చెప్పేసి పంపిస్తుంది అనమాట. సో కుచేలా విల్ గో టు ద Krishna's palace and he will give that packet to the Krishna, and Krishna feels very happy.
Yes.
So what Krishna understands here is the purity of thought.
Wow.
Means Kuchela doesn't have any financial background, good financial background, but he has good purity of heart.
Yes.
He has good quality thought of giving something to Krishna, whatever he has. Ante అతనికి ఉన్న దాంట్లో కృష్ణునికి కొంచెం ఇవ్వాలని చెప్పేసి ఒక మంచి ఆలోచనతో వచ్చాడనమాట. సో మన ఫ్రెండ్షిప్ లో కూడా ఇలాంటివి చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. క్వాలిటీ అండ్ ప్యూరిటీ మ్యాటర్స్ ఇన్ ఫ్రెండ్షిప్. అండ్ ద మూమెంట్ కృష్ణ accepts it, you know the difference. Kuchela will go to his residence, his home.
Okay.
The whole house is filled with all the diamonds and good furniture, everything. He becomes very rich person. Means that God's grace is like that. Means here we have to understand that if you do some service without any intention, if you
without expecting anything,
without expecting anything in return, that brings joy and happiness in our life, Rajesh. So it was a nice discussion having friendship
we had today
Rajesh, with you.
Just about friendship.
We had many points discussed.
I also just felt very happy about your example that you have given.
Okay, Rajesh.
Really impressed.
Right.
Okay.